This is TWiT.
Snapchat is updating its app today with a few cool features, including backdrops that actually separates you from the background and places imagery behind you after doing a little bit of light masking of the image with on-screen tools that actually reminded me a lot of what you can do in Photoshop, where you mask the foreground image and everything behind you goes away, and then you can replace that. You can find that in all sorts of image editing software. Also, voice filters have apparently been a part of some of the filters that are now being stories rather, but are now being broken out to allow you, yes you, Megan, to change your voice to a chipmunk after the fact, if you so choose, or whoever you shot a video of.
Right, because I do use those voice filters, but previously they were, just in, you had to have a bunny ears and the voice filter. You couldn't just put voice filter on your own unsnapchat filtered face. But now the whole world is open to me. I mean, if you, I don't know if you can play video, but you could see an example of this science.
Is it playing the audio in that example right there?
Yeah, it was playing it, but that's okay.
It was muted.
It's like this. It's like I'd be talking just like this, and then all of a sudden, I'll be talking just like this. I'm talking just like this. Yeah. Snapchat.
See, you don't even need a filter. You know how to do it already.
I actually need a filter for like these lines and stuff. I like how Snapchat like erases those.
They put a hat on you.
Yes, they put a hat on me. I, as you know, love Snapchat. I did a lot of serious journalism today, working. I attached links.
Right, with Paperclip, which I actually didn't mention.
Oh,
that allows you to attach links,
Oh, sorry. I
okay.
interrupted you. I got so excited.
That's okay. I know. You're really excited about attaching links to things.
I did. Yeah, you can attach links, which, of course, opens up all kinds of, that's the reason why Instagram and Snapchat didn't left out links, is because links is where malware comes and phishing attacks and stuff like this. But they're doing some kind of magic to keep that out, keep malware out of the
they're giving you a little bit of a preview, apparently, next to the up arrow down at the bottom. You can get a preview of the link, and then if you choose, based on that preview, you can choose to go through, and they're going to do some scanning around scams, malware, dangerous content, and then also rely on community reporting from that regard. But apparently Instagram, by the way, in kind of a reversal of sorts, we're so used to Instagram copying Snapchat, Instagram has allowed verified posts, or profiles rather, to add links to their stories for a while now. So is this Snapchat like copying Instagram features?
Yeah, they're all copying each other.
Exactly.
It is. It's the race to the best bunny ears. And I mean, yeah, it's what was more, see, as you can see, Brian now pulled up the work I did today, erased that background, picture of my dog.
Beautiful.
And
that is seamless.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine that Snapchat did that in 2 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the problem. Like when you're drawing with your finger, you end up like, by the way, you could always like take out your face and make face stickers. I've showed that off before, and just do several pictures of your face on there. But the more important Snapchat news, I think we missed it, was last week they announced this feature called Snap Map, which then puts Snap Map where you can share your location with everyone. And just now, I guess The Verge reported that it's a privacy threat, but I'm seeing this more on like the NBC News at 7 kind of news, where it's like, guess what your children are up to? You'll never believe it. They're doing the most dangerous things, when the like 6 o'clock news, which is designed to freak parents out. So I will calm you down a little bit. This is a really hard feature to turn on. It is opt-in, but it's hard to turn on. Even a Snapchat expert like myself had a hard time, and I use that facetiously. You have to open the camera, and you have to then zoom out. Like there's nowhere where there's directions to do that. You zoom out like you're pinching and zooming in, or zoom in, I guess. You're zooming in on a picture, and then it opens a map, and then you go through this thing where you have to turn it on, and then it shares your location. And it shares your location only when you are using the app, which for many teenagers is literally all the time. Yeah. So all I have to say, I'm not going to frighten or scare the pants off you if you have a child using Snapchat. I would just say, if you have a child using Snapchat, now's a good opportunity to talk to them about sharing their location and the dangers of that. And, this isn't the first app that lets you share your location, or that are, Google's tracking your location. So, but I can understand it's a good time to also talk about who are your friends on Snapchat, who's following you, because you and I's definition of who a friend is very different from a teenager's definition of a friend. Like for them, it's like someone they know in real life who is their cousin's soccer coach's brother's, sister that just got out of jail. So
Right. And in some cases, actually, I don't know if this translates to Snapchat, but I know it did when Facebook was still cool, in air quotes. I say that facetiously, where the more friends you had, you were always striving to have more friends. And is Snapchat used in the same way, or is Snapchat, among you can probably only use your kids as kind of the younger set as examples, but are they constantly trying to open that up to where a feature like that would be dangerous, or do they keep it relatively narrow?
That's a good question. I mean, it's easier to tell on something like Instagram, which is more open.
Yeah.
Like, so much of Snapchat is really under wraps.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot. It's the worst kind. I've said this before, but it's the worst kind, because if your child does something and then it is, screenshotted, it could go everywhere. So
Sure.
But at the same time, there's so much of it that is invisible, that disappears right away. So you're not getting the whole story, like why you have to talk to your kids. I know it's easier said than done, but yeah, I think it's not so much as like so many followers, so many likes. I think this generation is moving a little bit away from that, but it is a lot of people. And again, like you said, I'm only using my kids, and I'm sure it's different in places that aren't like a small town like Petaluma, where a lot of people do know each other,
Sure,
So.
Sure. Yep.